I want to start this video off by saying that I loved all of Doom Eternal. It felt like a worthy sequel to what was undoubtedly my favorite game of 2016, and it deserves every amount of praise that it gets. Everything from gameplay to music feels like a genuine upgrade. If you come out of Doom in 2016 having beaten that game on its hardest difficulty, this game will swiftly and thoroughly hand you your ass on its first level, and that's even on its second highest difficulty. Doom Eternal feels like it was made for the gamers that needed the challenge of its predecessor, and I loved every second of it. Yes, even these guys. If you haven't played the game, I highly recommend it, and as of right now, it's probably my personal game of the year. With that said, it's because I loved this game so much that I can't help but notice its shortcomings, and for me the biggest offender is its story. Note, I will be spoiling Doom Eternal's story. Are we all good? Have we all played this incredible game? Okay, wonderful. So the game starts off with the Doomslayer in space looking down on a basically destroyed Earth. Shit's fucked up, he beams down there, he kills a Hell Priest, and it's revealed that it's one of the 3 Hell Priests he needs to kill in order to free the Earth from the demons. So you need to kill the other 2 priests, but first you have to get some cool navigation thingy from this Viking King ghost guy? Okay, so this is pretty cool. And what the hell? The Doomslayer, who has previously been shown to give no fucks, kneels before him? Clearly showing some semblance of respect for this guy? Oh man, I can't wait for the payoff to this. Then Doomslayer meets up with this Gears of War looking motherfucker called the Betrayer, and he's all like,
"It is your people's time now to give penance."
And Doomslayer's just like,
"Try me, bitch."
Who is this dude? Why does he clearly look like he's got some history with the Slayer? How will this show up later? Man, I can't wait for the answers to these questions. Then we get to the Sentinel home planet, and it's actually a really interesting place to play in. I just loved looking around and seeing the weird vistas and all the strange technology from this strange Viking sci-fi society. It was very interesting atmosphere-wise. As an aside, I love how this game likes to change up its environments. The first game felt very samey while you were in the UAC facility for most of it, whereas this game likes to take you to various radically different locations. Hey, maybe this is where we'll get to see some kind of cutscene about how the society was run, or maybe an understanding of where the Doomslayer actually stood in it. We actually do get to see a couple cutscenes where the Doomslayer is confirmed to be the Doom guy.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
And he undergoes some kind of Captain America treatment to, I guess, become even more angry? Alright. Then hours later, you beat the final boss, and this happens.
At your will, their sword, you remain unbroken. For your fight is eternal.
Hey, that's the name of the show.
Wait, that's it? Huh. No backstory on Kegnovic, no other conversations with the Betrayer. We're not doing anything with those characters? Okay. Now I understand that a lot of people out there aren't playing Doom for an intricate story. And trust me, I get that. I play Call of Duty campaigns now and then, despite their tropes and cookie cutter characters, because now and then, turning off your brain and shooting dudes is just kind of fun. If you're one of the many people who just came here to shoot demons, the game has you covered. Every cutscene is skippable, you don't have to have the story get in the way of the way you choose to play the game. With that said, I think what makes Doom Eternal's ending so frustrating is that it sets up a much larger, more intricate world, and yet never explores the interesting elements within it. We never get another cutscene with the King, or the Betrayer, or the Sentinel Society, or whatever. Now it's obviously worth noting that this game is filled with different lore notes to collect, but it feels like a waste of time to have a couple cutscenes where these characters say a few lines, then never show up again. Maybe we could have had some more cutscenes with them, or even a bit more dialogue between them and the Slayer to help with some revelations into their pasts. I mean shit, in the Codex entries, the Sentinel Society crowned the Doomslayer their king, and he still seems to have some level of respect for this older Ghost King guy. I want to know more about that! What does the Doomslayer do as a kid? Can you imagine this dude he goes around killing demons and then people look up to him? Like, what does he order his people to do? What does this dude do? Anyway, this ending just feels unsatisfying. It dangles a carrot in front of its players and tells them to look up the lore to fully grasp what's going on. And while I usually don't have a problem with that in other games, Kingdom Hearts games are particularly fond of lore drops and secret files, I feel like what we ended up with here left me with more questions than answers. Also, now that Doomslayer is actually confirmed to be Doomguy, how much of the old Doom material are we supposed to take as canon? Did he just always act like he did in the comic books? Or the actual books? Or are we supposed to take notes from the Doom movie with The Rock?
Drop the weapons! Oh, there's something behind me, isn't there?
I'm willing to just accept that he was given magic powers from this Captain America machine to go from this to this. But the question I had on my mind for most of the game was, how does the average human even get to this? To show how I think another game got this concept right, I want to direct you to the main character of Wolfenstein. BJ Blazkowicz is an absolute badass. He kills Nazis, he embodies a simpler 80s action hero vibe, and his dialogue is, well, it has its moments, but for the most part it's kind of generic. He's mainly your stone cold badass who just kind of fucks shit up.
Let me first make it absolutely clear that I am not a Nazi.
What you say? You say you're a Nazi?
Oh, fuck this.
Motherfucker!
By all accounts, BJ is a character who embodies the classic Saturday morning cartoons of the time of the original Wolfenstein's release, and the same could be said for the Doomslayer. The difference between him and the Doomslayer, however, is that Wolfenstein 2 actually goes into depth about the psychological trauma BJ endured as a kid. It shows us genuinely stressful scenes from a racist, anti-Semitic America that helps us better understand BJ's motivations as a character and what shapes him into the Nazi-killing powerhouse he is. Seeing scenes like this doesn't make him less of a badass. It gives what would otherwise be a relatively boring character some depth. What I'm getting at here is that this new ongoing Doom story could have gone a long way by giving us a piece of what made Doomguy the Doomguy. Just a small cutscene here and there to get a better understanding of why this character does what he does. Shit, if it's the rabbit, I am okay with it being the rabbit. Now, I get that there's probably a lot of people out there that don't want to humanize the Doomslayer. They want him to remain this unstoppable, flawless badass who always wins and has no emotional attachment to anything. To that, all I have to say is, have you looked around the Fortress of Doom? This demigod, with seemingly no attachment to anything but killing demons and guns, collects toys, guitars, magazines, records, and fucking books? 50 Shades of Slay, anyone? He's even got the portrait of him and Daisy. And for more on Daisy, check out Ridden's video. I shall leave it on the top right of this. Click the top right. It's a good video. Good shit. Check it out. My point is, all of this seems to allude to a more well-rounded character than just the guy that kills demons. And it feels like the story is missing a vital part of what made this guy into the Doom guy. Doom Eternal's story seems to want to set up so many bigger elements. And if you ask me, it has the potential to have an interesting story. And actually, shit, the day before I recorded this, the Doom account previewed some upcoming story locations for future DLC. Perhaps new content could give a voice to these characters that the base game glossed over. Anyway, as I said before, Doom Eternal is nothing short of an amazing game. You've listened to me bitch about its story for long enough. It's time you play it yourself and formed your own opinions. And hey, if you want more gaming videos, just straight up break your monitor. Pour Mountain Dew into your hard drive. Curb stomp your mouse, then subscribe to us on your mobile YouTube app on your phone. Then also break your phone. Later, cats. I'm gonna go play some Doom. Oh, sweet Caroline. Good times never felt so good. Oh, I've been inclined to believe that